What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about AMC stock and how we've actually been seeing a massive outflow of shorts. A lot of shorts are trying to get out of AMC stock before 2022. We're going to talk about some of the reasons why, as well as the effect that this has been having on the price. So we'll start off by looking at the chart, and you can see AMC stock has not actually been doing incredibly well today. In fact, we are down 1.5% on the day, despite some shorts actually exiting today as well, as we'll look at in a minute. But you can see that we are down on the day. It's understandable, though. The markets are down. Pretty much everything is red today. So it's a somewhat bloody day for the market. So it's understandable that AMC is down a little bit. In fact, we are actually in the process of getting bounced off of $30, something that we tried to break through about a week ago. We couldn't quite do it. We're getting bounced back down, and I'm actually viewing this as a good buying opportunity, right? If we get below $25, then we're in a pretty good zone for AMC, where we tend to not stick for very long. When we've been down there in the past, we actually bounced off of 20 quite nicely. So anywhere in the $20 to $25 range, I would view as a good area to be buying AMC stock, because we seem to have a lot of buying pressure around that area. So that's what I'm hoping for with AMC. I'm actually hoping that we can dip down a little bit so that I can scoop up some cheaper shares to hold throughout 2022. Now, first off, there is a little bit of news that we need to talk about, and the first thing that we need to mention is that AMC is actually Yahoo Finance's 2021 top trending ticker symbol, and this is no surprise, right? Because AMC is incredibly popular, and you can see the list right here of the top trending tickers. It beat out Tesla, it beat out GameStop, it beat out Apple, NEO, the Dow Jones, Bitcoin even, and it actually got 194,914,000 views on Yahoo Finance. So it is the top trending ticker. And this is no surprise, because it tends to trend pretty highly everywhere it's always almost one of the top 10 trending stocks on Reddit. You can see right here, it's number 7 currently. Sometimes it's a little bit higher, sometimes it's not. It doesn't actually get all that much attention on Reddit compared to some of the other platforms like apparently Yahoo Finance and StockTwits as well. The most active tab, if you ever check this, it's pretty much always the number one most active stock on StockTwits, and by a large margin, right? You can see the number of mentions a stock gets on StockTwits in this column right here. And AMC beats out the competitors by a long shot. In fact, I'm pretty sure it adds up to all of these combined add up to less than what AMC currently is sitting at, with 41,620 mentions on StockTwits. The next highest one has 7,000, and then it goes all the way down to 2,000 with Fuel Cell. So AMC is definitely one of the top trenders on StockTwits as well. And this has been part of the reason why it's been able to sustain such a large price, right? Because AMC stock has about 10x since the beginning of the year. It started the year at $2.21. It moved all the way up to 72 at one point. Now it's sitting closer to 27. So it's about 10 to 12x over the course of 2021. We'll see what it can do in 2022. If we get a lot more retail momentum, that's what we're really going to need if we want to start bothering some of the shorts that are left. And we're going to start talking about the short interest in just a second. But first, I will point out that we actually have about 8,870 subscribers on the channel, and we're really trying to get this to 9,000. So we only need 130 people to subscribe. If you guys are interested in AMC stock news, then feel free to hit the subscribe button real quick. I would really appreciate it. Now on to the shorts. We actually, as you can see, have an outflow of shorts today. The short interest is down 0.62%. So some shorts are exiting, but this isn't the big news, right? The big news is actually on this red line right here, where you can see this is the short interest over time in AMC stock. And just about a week ago, on December 15th, so about 2 weeks ago, actually, maybe 3 weeks ago, the short interest was at 107 million shares short. Currently, we're sitting at 86.79 million. So you can see over the past 2 or 3 weeks, there has been a dramatic decrease in short interest. A lot of shorts have been leaving AMC stock, and potentially a lot of them were taking some profits, right? Maybe some shorts were getting in before this big dip on AMC, right? And potentially they're exiting now that the stock has dipped over the past week or two, when the stock has been priced a little bit lower than it has been historically. A lot of the shorts may have decided to take some profits because they don't see too much potential profit for AMC being short in the future, right? They saw a very strong bounce off of $20, which we saw not too long ago, just over here on the 14th, right before all of those shorts started exiting, actually, right here on the 15th. is when we had a ton of shorts. And after we saw that bounce off of $20, a bunch of shorts actually started exiting, which did actually raise AMC's stock price quite a bit to almost $30. But also a lot of retail buying came in. A lot of retail traders were probably entering AMC because they had been trying to for a long time potentially and were waiting for a good deal. I was one of the traders who started getting in AMC. Ever since it started this downtrend, I started buying up some AMC shares for the first time. I knew there would be a decent buying opportunity at some point and that I just had to wait long enough to find it, because I saw AMC oftentimes trading around 40 bucks. And I thought that it could get a little bit cheaper, so I decided to take the opportunity when it dipped below 30 to start getting in. So lately, I have been averaging into AMC stock. It's something I plan to continue doing, but would like to see AMC drop a little bit more, potentially get back into this $20 to $25 zone to continue buying. I think that we have a pretty strong support at 20 bucks. Personally, I don't see us dropping too far below that. I think that retail is pretty strong. The retail sentiment is pretty strong with AMC, and the overall economy, the overall market might not be doing great come 2022 due to inflation fears. So we could potentially see AMC outperforming the markets in 2022. It might be a safe haven that a lot of retail investors prefer to put their money in. If they see inflation going up, they might prefer this to the overall market because it isn't actually correlated to any fundamental underlying business, right? People aren't too worried about how many movie tickets AMC sells. Sometimes, if they have really great news, like with Spiderman No Way Home, when they do break records, then potentially the stock can move up. But people typically aren't too worried about the fundamentals. They're more so investing in this for the movement and the short squeeze potential that we've got. So I do actually want to address some news that came out about AMC and make a correction to some of the news that came out, because it's actually been debunked. We've actually debunked some of this news, and the news was originally that AMC and GameStop could be teaming up on NFTs. Now, if you guys follow Matt Kohrs, you probably saw his video talking about this, and if you've watched his video today, you probably saw the correction video he made discussing how this is probably not the case, because it was actually a doctored tweet that Bloomberg used, not that Bloomberg made, but that Bloomberg saw and then reported on with their story talking about AMC and GameStop potentially partnering up on NFTs. So Bloomberg was actually probably wrong about this, Matt Kohrs has pointed out, and thus you can see there's an editor's note in this article now that Benzinga is unable to verify reports of AMC's CEO pursuing a partnership with GameStop, and the tweet cited in an initial Benzinga Pro headline has been deleted by its author. So it was actually a doctored tweet from the look of it. That's what we've deduced. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like AMC and GameStop will be working together to make an NFT, at least not that's publicly known, right? We don't actually know if that's a fact or if it's just a doctored tweet. So just in case you guys had heard of that, had heard of the partnership where they were potentially working on an NFT, it turns out that's not the case. We haven't covered it here on the channel, but I know that this is news that's been buzzing around the internet. So in case anyone had heard of it, I wanted to discuss it. But that doesn't mean that GameStop won't still be getting into NFTs. In fact, it's very likely that they will. So if you're a GameStop holder, we don't really talk about GameStop too much on the channel, but if you're a GameStop holder, that's probably good for you. And potentially AMC would want to partner with them to make an NFT at some point. I don't see why they wouldn't want to raise some additional capital by doing things that way. So that's what we've got on AMC today. We had some corrections. We had to talk about the short interest a little bit, because it is my suspicion that a lot of shorts are potentially taking their profits now or covering their positions before 2022, when things could get crazy for a lot of these stocks, right? It was around January and February that we saw meme stocks running the first time around, when GameStop really started pumping up, when AMC really started pumping up. In fact, if we look at the chart right here, you can see that this is in late January of 2021 that AMC was actually running up the first time when it got up to $20. And then it was in June later on that AMC continued running up. But it is possible that we'll see another January rally. Of course, it's not a guarantee, and nothing said in this video is financial advice. I'm not recommending that anyone buy or sell any shares of any kind of stock. I'm just letting you guys know my opinions on AMC stock, as well as some of the news surrounding the stock. So if you guys enjoyed, feel free to subscribe down below and hit the like button. That would be much appreciated. But other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.